Alright, so today I'm going to be crafting my first mythic weapon here inside of Roblox, the Forge. I have been grinding up for quite a while. You can see I have 9 Darkite and 4 Demonite. I'm going to be using some of this today, and hopefully we can get those awesome mythic gauntlets. That's what I'm after, or the katana. Either or works for me. I'm not going to be too greedy. Anyways, let's go ahead and start doing this. So open up the Forge here, and I have a recipe in mind that I want to use, and specific for gauntlets. That's the goal. So I'm going to start off with 4 Darkite. That is going to bring the multiplier up a ton. And then we're going to do 1 Ore. That way we can get that extra bonus multiplier. And then let's go ahead and use 2 Magmite so we can get the AoE explosion that gives. And then we're also going to do 2 Firite. So I was, instead of the Firite, going to do 2 Demonite. But I think instead I'm just going to go for Firite. That way I can use Demonite in a future recipe if this one fails, because you can see it is a 24% chance at a straight sword and a 10% chance at a katana. I could actually put in like 1 more Firite and then it would bring it up so I have a better chance of getting the katana along with the gauntlets, but I want the highest chance for gauntlet because I'm going after the revelators. I really like the gauntlets. They're super cheap to make and they're very, very good because I like high attack speed. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and forge this weapon. Hopefully we don't get screwed over. Here we go. All right, so right away we did get the gauntlets. Will it be the 1 out of 4 revelators? Let's go ahead and break this. Take a look here. And unfortunately it is not, but it's not the end of the world. Bad luck does happen. Let's go ahead and make sure we get a perfect on this real quick. Let me lock in here. So there they are, the Iron Hands Mythic. It does 81.4 attack damage with a 0.5 attack speed on them. So they're not terrible. They are better than my current gauntlets, but not by a long shot to where it's worth Mythic. I want the Revelators, that's for sure. So we're going to actually go for that same recipe again. I luckily have enough to do it once more. So let's go 4 Darkite, 1 Ore, 2 Magmite, and then 2 Firite. Let's go ahead and do it. Gauntlets again. Will we get the 1 out of 4s? And no, we did not. Well, that sucks. So yeah, it's just the same exact ones basically. So instead, luckily I do have this Demonite. For some reason I get more Darkite than Demonite, even though Darkite is more rare, which is a little weird. But let's go ahead and do the same exact recipe that we just did. However, we're going to be using Demonite instead of the Darkite. So let's do 4 Demonite this time. And then we're going to do 1 Ore, and then we're going to do 2 Magmite as well as 2 Firite. This gives us another 65% chance with the gauntlet. Hopefully we get the Revelators of the Demonite. This is going to be all my Demonite, so hopefully, I'm really hoping that we get it here. And we didn't even get the gauntlet, so right away, all my hope is let down. This is probably going to be a straight sword, and it's not going to be that great. Yep, there it is. It does look cool, though, with all the particles. Who knows, maybe this will be a good sword. I haven't really used straight swords much. I haven't heard too many people use them, so I'm not sure if they are great. But I guess we can see real quick. It looks really cool, actually. I really like how the Demonite looks versus the Darkite. It does 93 damage, so that is way better than the gauntlets that I just crafted. It has a little bit more attack speed, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too big of an issue. Let's go ahead and take a look at both of these items here. So we can see both of these, they're literally the same exact on the dollar amount, so nothing crazy special about the differences here in between them. But they do 81 damage. I will keep them in case trading comes out or something. I can like give them to somebody. We have 93 damage on this one, and then we can see all the buffs here from the things we put on it. So overall, this does 93 damage. I'm going to go ahead and equip it versus my gauntlets, which did 76 damage. So let's actually go ahead and look at the gauntlets real quick since I'm not going to be using these. So yeah, nothing special. They don't look really cool. That's the downside of Darkite. It literally is just dark. But the Demonite looks super sick, even though it's literally less rare. Look, it even has like fire. Like, it looks really awesome. We do have to go ahead and upgrade this though. So let's go ahead and see if we can get 2 rune slots on this. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's go ahead and do this one. Enhance it. First try, there we go. Okay, so I don't think I have much runes. I might have to farm a little bit for some, but let's just see what I do have right now. I actually do have quite a bit, actually. I'm not sure what I want to go for on this. Probably attack speed. This is a 14% here, so that's not terrible. Maybe lifesteal as well. Okay, so I found this one. I have a 16% rune. I'm going to put this on for my first slot so we can get the faster attack speed. And I think I do actually want to go for the lifesteal, whichever one is the highest, because I do seem to have a problem with not being able to farm the guys down there consistently because I run out of health. This one's a 13%. It'd be nice if I can get one with multiple traits though. Like this is a 10% with a 9% increase to physical damage, so that one might be worth it. Yeah, I think I am gonna go with this one. It's a 9% increase to physical damage, which is nice, so that's gonna give it like an extra 9 damage or so. And then the life steal will make it so that I can farm the mobs down in the volcano area easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip that one. We can always change it if we want to change our mind. So that is the finished look to my cutlass sword here. So overall, a blade that not a lot of people are using, that to my knowledge. Here is all of the little traits on it there. Let's go ahead and test this thing out in the volcano mines. All right, here we go. Let's test it out on the skeleton here. Oh, okay, nice little 2-hit, and it felt super like smooth, if that makes sense. I don't really know how else to explain it. Like, it feels cooler than gauntlets, to be honest. And I do like that life steal as well. It makes it so my health is just a tiny bit more than it would be when I get out of the fight, because I do tank a lot of the hits. Alright, so overall, I am pretty happy with the sword. I think I definitely wouldn't have minded to get the gauntlets, though it is what I was after, of course. But I'm not, you know, upset. It's not the end of the world that I did end up getting this. I will say I definitely need to work on my armor next because my health is still low even after the life steals on my weapon. So that is the next goal, but that is going to take a lot of farming because I want to make sure I go for either demonite or darkite armor. So also, while I'm down here, I might as well go ahead and test out the gauntlets as well, just because we did craft in this video. So let's see how they perform. So let's try it on this this elite death axe skeleton here. If I can... Oh, my weapons aren't even out yet. There we go. Not too bad. We did get the explosive proc to hit there, so it really helped our favor. They aren't terrible. They're definitely stronger than my previous gauntlets, which did 76 damage, but it definitely isn't better than the katana. It just isn't an insane like increase or anything to where it would be doing more damage per second. Anyways, if you guys are new around here, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, join my Discord. It's going to be linked in the description down below. That way we can group up with people and chat together there. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.